Hello everybody, I'm Jonathan Grove and welcome to the Greer Heritage Museum YouTube channel. Today we're going to go look back at some old photos of Trade Street in Greer. So let's get started. Okay, here's the first photo. It's from 1910 and right now we are on Trade Street looking north. Now, the thing I want to point out about this photo is that mural, that advertisement painted onto the side of a building. What does it say? Well, it says Wood Mendenhall Buggies, Harness, and Farm Implements. And then right below that, it says Studebaker Wagons. Now, you may not know about this, but you might have seen this mural. If you have ever gone into Crate Restaurant and Wine Bar, you could have seen this inside on the wall, because on the other side, there is an identical mural that's still there today. So cool that this piece of history was there in 1910 and it's still here in Greer today. So great shot of Trade Street, a lot less dense. It wasn't solid buildings, you have those big spaces. So a lot has changed since 1910. So our next photo is from the 1940s. Now, we don't know exactly when this photo was taken, but we do know it was in the 1940s and that it was in a very prosperous time for Greer. You can see a lot has changed since the last photo. We've got more buildings, many more buildings, and Greer is just busy and alive. You can see people bustling around, cars driving. Really an exciting time to be in Greer. Now, one cool thing about this photo is that the Greer Heritage Museum team has been hard at work and has actually colorized this. So watch this right here. You can see that we have transformed this photo to bring it to life, to help you understand what it was like when this photo was taken. What a great time to be alive. My favorite part of this is probably all the awesome signs you can see. In this, you can see the Greer Drug Company sign. You can also see the sign for the leader and many other awesome signs along Trade Street. So one of my personal favorite shots of Greer in the 1940s. Now we jump from the 1940s to 1957. Now, I like this photo for two reasons. There are two things that you can clearly see here. One is the Greer Rexall drug. Now, you can see that Greer Rexall drug. You can see the RX sign that is still there at the corner, but you can also see the Greer Rexall drug sign, which has now been moved to the side of the building that's still there. It's a cool building, and we're so glad to see that some of those historic signs have been preserved. The other thing you can see in this photo is the leader. I've mentioned this a couple of times, but the leader is now where the Galleries of Brian Brigham is. And it's so cool to see this historic signage. If you go on the side of the building, you can still faintly see the words, the leader, where that used to be painted in big, bold letters. Okay, so for our last photo, we're jumping from 1957 to 2008. So a big jump here, but something really big happened in 2008 that I want to show you right here. Right here, you see this building that is under construction. Well, that building is actually the new court complex that was built at the same time as Greer City Hall. Now, also in this photo, you can see the building that is now the Greer Heritage Museum. At the time, 2008, it was City Hall, and in 2008, City Hall moved and the new police and court complex was built. So it's so cool to see this photo right at that transition time before the Greer Heritage Museum moved into its current location. Thank you for joining me as we've looked at these historic photos. If you want to see these photos and more, you can go to our website, greerheritage.com, to see all of our files. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll join us next time on the Greer Heritage Museum YouTube channel.